Hey, what's up, guys? If you guys hear like a funny noise in the background, that's just my fan, though, because it's like 90 something degrees on where I'm at, though. So I got my fan on real high right now. So if you hear that sound back there, if you're hearing like a funny noise back there, just try to ignore it and just try to bear with me in this video if you guys can, though. But I want to talk about Piccolo real quick. I want to talk about Piccolo. You guys see the title of my video, why Piccolo deserves better. And by me watching Dragon Ball Super, and Dragon Ball Super has been going well. It's been looking pretty good. So far, so good to me. I like it. I like the editorial of it. I like the storyline around it. But I can tell just by watching it, the storyline is basically going to be based around Goku and Vegeta. And I have no problem with the story being about Goku and Vegeta. I have no problem with that at all. But I can tell, and I hope I'm wrong for saying this, but I can tell that Piccolo once again is going to be thrown in the back of the bus once again. He's going to continue on to be Vegeta's shadow, Gohan's shadow, and stuff like that. And I'm a big Piccolo fan. I might not talk about Piccolo like that, but I've said a lot of good things about Piccolo in the past. I have. I said a few good things about him, but I don't really mention him that much in my videos, though. But I noticed that Piccolo is, I don't know, man. Piccolo has been in Dragon Ball since day one, since Goku was a kid. I mean, this guy's been there for a minute. He's been there, fighting Goku at the World Martial Arts Tournament. I mean, these two has fought. I mean, he fought Goku when Goku was a little boy and Goku was a teenager and stuff like that. So him and Goku have a history. Goku and Piccolo have a history. They really do. Because Piccolo used to be looked at as this guy very intimidating. He used to look very intimidating. This is the guy that won't accept the fact that he's the second strongest and Goku's like the first strongest. This is the guy that would train. Like Piccolo trained, but he didn't like train as rough and hard like Vegeta did. Like I never, he was never like that. Piccolo was the kind of guy who goes out there in the middle of nowhere and just sits there and just drink water and just I don't know. But I noticed that I don't think they're going to do too much with Piccolo in Dragon Ball Super. And like I said again, I hope I'm wrong for saying this. But the way how Dragon Ball Super is going right now, I don't think that they're not going to use him. Like, yes, he would be in certain fights. He would be maybe in a couple of fights. But it's just the way things going. It's just like he's going to be thrown in the back seat of the bus once again. Because I mean, Piccolo has been in Dragon Ball. He's been in Dragon Ball Z. Let me name some of the movies he's been in. He's been in Dead Zone, The World's Strongest, Tree of Might. He's been in Cooler's Revenge and stuff like that. Cooler's Return, BoJack. He's been in a lot of movies. He's been in the movie with Android 13. So yes, Piccolo has been in a lot of Dragon Ball Z movies. He's made a lot of appearances, and then we all know with him and Raditz, Goku and Piccolo teamed up to take on Raditz and stuff like that because he could, because Goku couldn't beat him, so Goku needed every help he needs. So Piccolo decided to join in and take on Raditz and stuff like that. But since Vegeta came into the picture, came into the picture, Piccolo has basically been thrown back to maybe the fifth strongest or the sixth strongest warrior on Earth now. And hopefully I don't get banned for talking about Dragon Ball Super though, because I know that a lot of people's getting copyright strikes. So hopefully they don't fucking ban me for just giving my opinion on what they should do and try to make Piccolo look more better. Because the last best run that Piccolo have, and you guys know what I'm probably about to say, because I mentioned this in my old videos, the best run and the best fight that Piccolo ever had. Now he's had a great fight on Namek. I remember him and what's that guy named Nail, whatever his name is. I think his name's Nail. He fused with Nail. I remember him and Nail did fusion on Namek, and he took on Frieza, and that was amazing. That was amazing. Piccolo was able to try to hang in there with Frieza. I think Frieza was like in his second second or third form or whatever though. But it was a pretty good fight on Namek though. Great fight though. I'm trying to think though. But the best, I'm trying to think though. He was in the fight with Frieza on Namek, and I'm trying to think something else. Android 17, that fight. Android 17 versus Piccolo, because I said this in my old videos, that was one of the bestest fights that Piccolo has ever had. And I think Piccolo was at his fucking peak, because when he did fusion with Kami, when him and Kami fused, and him and Android 17 had that fight, that was the best. That was the best right there of the fight that Piccolo has ever had. Quite frankly, I think Piccolo versus Android 17 was way better than Goku versus Vegeta fight on Earth. You know what I'm saying? Way better than that. It was just a classic fight, man. That's like one of the bestest fights that Piccolo has ever had. And then stuff like that. And that was the last time that we seen Piccolo, you know, and incredible. That's the last time since we seen him that good. And since the Majin Buu saga just came, you know, the Kid Buu saga and the Majin Buu saga, that's when Piccolo just basically just took the how do you say, he got thrown in the backseat of the bus. And my gosh, don't even get me started about Dragon Ball GT. My gosh, boy, they had him fucking killed. I think Baby that took over Gohan's body and stuff like that, and then Piccolo stayed on Earth and was destroyed because of Dark Star Dragon Balls and all that stuff like that. You guys remember Dragon Ball GT. But yeah, they didn't do shit to him. Now, I know it wasn't the same writer on Dragon Ball GT, but you can just go to see that they didn't really have no plans for Piccolo on Dragon Ball GT. No plans for that guy whatsoever, man. I just shook my head. And the way how Dragon Ball Super is going right now, it looks like they're not going to have that much to do with Piccolo. And I just hope that they do something with this guy. Like, make Piccolo into a Namek god or something. Like, you know, I might get banned for talking about Dragon Ball Super, but I'm just trying to help give you guys ideas on what y'all should do and to make people care about Piccolo again. You know what I'm saying? Because Piccolo is one of my favorite characters. You know what I'm saying? Why does it always have to be Goku and Vegeta, you know, training all the time? And as I said, I don't have a problem with Goku and Vegeta, but fuck. Add on fucking Piccolo along with that. I mean, Piccolo used to be this intimidating guy, man. He used to be intimidating. He used to be the kind of guy that would just scare you off. He used to be very intimidating, but now Piccolo is not known as that intimidating guy. You know, he used to be this intimidating guy that he was just so unpredictable that you didn't know if he was going to turn on you or not. That's the Piccolo that I miss. You know what I'm saying? And the Piccolo from the Android saga when he went up against Android 17. You know what I'm saying? I miss those Piccolo. I miss the Piccolo with a bad attitude. And see, what people got to seem to understand, that if it wasn't for Piccolo, there wouldn't be no Vegeta. Well, Vegeta probably still would exist, but Vegeta probably wouldn't be on the Z team. Vegeta would probably be dead, because Piccolo was once evil, and Piccolo decided to slowly join forces with Goku and become part of the Z Fighter team. But if it wasn't for Piccolo, there wouldn't be no Vegeta. There wouldn't be no fucking Android 18 marrying Krillin. You know, Android 18 wouldn't even be on the team. So people gotta understand, Piccolo has opened the doors for villains on Dragon Ball Z in that universe, that they can change and try to make themselves a better person. You know what I'm saying? Piccolo has opened that door, and that's what a lot of people seem to forget about Piccolo. Piccolo has opened the door for bad guys, you know, incredible bad guys that are badasses that could possibly become a Z fighter someday. You know what I'm saying? I would like to see Frieza become a Z fighter. I would like to see Frieza and Goku, you know, become good sparring partners or whatever. You know, I would like to see, you know what I'm saying? I would like to see, even though I'm not really much of a big fan of him, but I would like to see Broly join forces with the Z fighter someday. See, that's why, you know, Piccolo is the guy that opened the doors, and because if it was, like I said, if it wasn't for him, there wouldn't be no Vegeta. Vegeta would be fucking dead. He would be fucking dead, or probably still be a ruthless killing Saiyan that wants to take over planets and sell planets and stuff like that. But that's how Piccolo has pretty much opened the doors for guys like Vegeta. You know what I'm saying? But it's just really sad though, man, that I don't think they have no ideas for Piccolo. But as I said, make people to care about Piccolo, because I swear, when you see Piccolo, when you see this guy come into the battlefield, you look at him and you just say, "Oh, there's Piccolo." You don't look at Piccolo and saying like, "Oh, there's Piccolo. We might have a fighting chance." You know, people don't look at Piccolo as this intimidating guy no more. And what was really sad, and I hope they don't fucking ban me for saying this, because I know a lot of people get banned for talking about the Frieza Resurrection movie. But another thing that kind of hurted Piccolo a little bit is that when I was watching the Frieza Resurrection movie, I remember that Piccolo was fighting this guy. This guy looked in red with horn. He looked like a bull. And I remember Gohan jumped right in front of him, because Gohan jumped right in front of Piccolo and took the guy out with one punch. And I looked at it and I said, "Come on now, like, you made Piccolo look like a fucking bitch right there. Like, come on, man." So yeah, I'm just giving them ideas on what they do. What they need to do, Piccolo needs to start showing more personality. He needs to be like, "Look, I'm tired of being in Vegeta's shadow. I'm tired of being in Gohan's shadow. I want to prove myself that I don't need nobody to come jumping in my battle," and stuff like that. And then Piccolo would be like, "Goku, me and you have some unfinished business. Ever since Vegeta became part of the team and stuff like that, you two have always been sparring, always trying to prove who's the best, but you forgot about me, Goku." Piccolo needs to start showing something like that again and tell Goku that me and you have some unfinished business. I'm not saying he has to kill Goku or go back to his evil ways, wicked ways, but he needs to start showing a little bit of that. If they can do that, people will start caring about Piccolo again. People will start saying, "Okay, the badass Piccolo is back." But they need to give Piccolo some kind of power boost up or something. They need to do something with him though. So again, they might have plans for Piccolo in Dragon Ball Super. They might, and I hope they do. I hope they make him to a super Namek god or whatever, something they can make him. Give him a power boost up, because this guy deserves it. This guy deserves to be on the team of Goku and Vegeta. He deserves to be on King Kai's planet training with those guys. You know what I'm saying? He needs to be part of that team instead of just being Goku and Vegeta all the time. Fuck, add Piccolo to the fucking team. Hell, I want to see Piccolo versus Vegeta. I want to see that fight. That's a fight that we've never seen. I want to see that fight happen. Maybe it might happen in Dragon Ball Super. But that's all I wanted to say. I was just basically just giving you guys my opinion on how they can improve Piccolo and get people to care about him again. Get people talking about Piccolo again. Because when you see Piccolo, nobody doesn't really talk about Piccolo like they used to. They don't. Piccolo is mentioned here and there, but, not like he used to be. But that's all I wanted to say. It's your boy OP. I'm out. Peace.